Hey, folks. So, yes, once again, it's May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. And the folks at Disney Plus have graced us with the new series in the Clone Wars, The Bad Batch. And I'll admit, I haven't watched the sixth season. Not sure why. I just never got around to it, so I need to go back and watch it. But when I saw the trailer for this a few months ago, I was intrigued. The concept is pretty straightforward. There's a handful of clones that uh, something didn't go right for some reason or another. And so today, the first episode came out, and it was pretty good. It follows, what I enjoyed from the Clone Wars uh, immensely. I was sad when it went away, and wasn't a huge fan of Rebels and the other things that came out. I think the other one was Resistance, but I did have a place in my heart for the Clone Wars, and this just kind of scratched that itch that has been a while. But it was actually pretty good. I'm not going to go too far into the setup. I recommend going to, you getting a chance to watch it, but it's pretty good. The way it starts off is right at the time of Order 66, and Revenge of the Sith getting executed, and the clones are now turning on the Jedi, and these guys are a little bit different. They're a little bit off, and each have their own particular skill set. And I guess there was some genetic manipulation on these guys. So you have one that's kind of a tracker, a ranger, another one that's a huge, tank like character, one that's smart, and another one that's a sharpshooter. And there's one other guy, Echo, but he was more of someone who got injured and got replaced by a bunch of robotic parts. Anyway, they're this group that have become incredibly efficient at what they do, sort of experts, or like a ragtag group of experts. And so for the most part, most of them, question the orders. They don't have that programming within them to execute Order 66. And so that really kind of sets them up, because now that the Empire has, taken over and trying to rule, with absolute authority, they're not sure what to do with this particular group. And pretty much after that, they meet another one by the name of Omega. It's a child, it's a girl, and they kind of take her in because they realize, she's like them. And I'm bought in. It has, the first episode was about almost an hour or so. It was tight writing, excellent animation, um, a little bit of a cameo from a Jedi here or there, but it doesn't have to rely on on that aspect, and that's one thing I really appreciate with this new line of content coming from the folks at Disney, and it's looking more and more like Kathleen Kennedy is losing her uh, control over this property, which is a good thing. Um, and we're starting to see some good quality work here. We have the 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. We have the Clone Wars. We have a lot more programs coming up, and I'm hoping that this is Disney riding the ship here. It had a rough start, when they took over, but it's looks like they're doing the right thing here, and so anyway, that's my particular thoughts on on the pilot here. I'm hoping that this season will move on to multiple seasons. I think this could carry on for at least a little while. A couple seasons here and there, and so with Disney Plus, giving us the Marvel stuff, giving us some good Star Wars content. Those guys are killing it there at Disney. you know, I have to give my hats off to these guys. Anyway, so that for the most part, I'm not going to talk too long about it. It's a great. It's so far as started off great. It looks like Filoni has got his DNA right into it and has got some good quality people. Then I have to give my hats off to D. Bradley Baker, who is the voice of the entire group, of the entire Bad Batch. He is able to give the proper inflection and tone to each one of those guys to make them individual characters. You know, the tank guy, you know, he's kind of your brawler and not too bright. I forget their names, I'm sorry. The smart one talks, you know, a little bit more clearly, more intelligently. But everybody has got their own personality, and it really shows the talent of D. Bradley Baker and his ability to emote all of that just with his voice. They all have to sound similar, obviously, because they're all clones based off of Jango Fett, but he is able to emote the motions and the characteristics so differently and clearly from each one that they seem like different people, and that's I have to give my hats off to him. He's doing an excellent job there. So I was surprised because when I saw the credits, I thought it was going to be maybe different people. But when I saw his name attached to everybody, I had to give kudos out there. So anyway, that's it from me there in regards to the initial episode of The Bad Batch. I think the title was Awakening or something like that. But what were your thoughts of that first episode? Are you into it? Are you enjoying it? Are you having a good Star Wars day? Did you buy some stuff out there that they're selling, or did you just wear a Star Wars T-shirt and just give a nod to your friends out there? Let me know. Post in the comments below. I'll talk to you guys next time, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.